Hebrews 13 and 1 to 3 says, let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained strangers unaware. Remember them that are in bonds, as bound with them, and which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body. That's the verse I want to concentrate on today. Remember them that are in bonds and those bound with them, those which suffer adversity, because whatever we've suffered in life, whatever we've gone through in life, hopefully we've learned from those things, and hopefully we've moved on and moved forward and not haven't had to go through those things year after year after year. But once we do, once God delivers us, once we've gotten past those struggles that has kept us bound, let's remember those that are still suffering and still going through and still struggling. And what I really want to get across to anybody who's listening today, let's encourage people. It's easy to discourage people, but it's sometimes harder to see good things in people that are struggling, especially if they're going against the grain, going against the family, what people have been taught. It's harder to see or think about the good that God has put in them. So I want to share with you, my dad, Virgil Davis, was an encourager. Thank God he was an encourager. He knew what to say, some simple words to encourage us and teach us something at the same time. So I'm going to share that in 1978, 79, I was trying to get a job and live in Waterloo. My auntie passed in Des Moines. My dad and them were there. And I had to drive my little Pinto from Waterloo to Des Moines. And 79 Pinto, by the way, brand new. Anyway, I have never been, they didn't have GPS. I'd never been down that road before at all. So Dad was on the phone in Des Moines talking to me in Waterloo, and he told me what highways to take. Then I said, Daddy, do you think I can do it? And my dad, Virgil Davis, said this simple word. He said, yeah, you can do it. Don't you know that instilled all confidence in me that I could go forth, that I could achieve, that I could do things? And a lot of times, people that have been so beat down in life, they need some encouragement. Not everybody has had things good all the time or got things flowing and got things good now. And people putting on a face and you think everything is good and they smile and you think everything is good. If they just might need some encouragement, just might need a hug, say, I'm glad you're here, glad to see you, and they might be doing 99 things wrong. Even our children, our adult children, our little children, our brothers and sisters, our family, our friends, and church friends and church family. They might be doing 99 things wrong. But we focus on the one thing they do right and let them know that that's appreciated. We're going to grow that seed. Amen. Even on the children. Ooh, you picked up your jacket. Go ahead. That's the way to do it. Our grown children. Ooh, I see you heading to work every day. You hitting it hard. You hard worker. You know who I'm talking about, my own personal. You're hard working. I got some hard working young men. And they may not do everything I think they ought to do, but they hard working people, And those positive things really lifts a person's spirit, because if nobody else sees that in them, if nobody else can see that in them, the fact that you can see that good thing that God put in them, will help light the fire. It'll help there be some warmth here. It'll help them find that they have relevance and they have worth. And they are worth being here. God put them here and he put some good things in them. But sometimes people never hear it. They always hear the bad. Oh, you messed up. Oh, you was in jail. Oh, you on this and you doing that and that ain't right and this ain't right and that ain't right. But hey, the first thing should be what God sees in them. Sometimes it's hard for us to see what God sees in him. But they show up. They come to the family dinner. If they show up, ooh, wait. Shouldn't be a side eye. Hey, I'm glad you are here. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. They might have had a rough time at home. You know, they might have had a rough time on the job. They might have had a rough time just trying to get somewhere or just trying to get to church. The car and the this and the sink messed up and all this stuff they got to deal with. And things on their mind about the job and how we going to make it. And they get to your house, you better hug them and hold them. Hug them and hold them. Save those relationships, man. Save those relationships. And I know I'm not just talking off the top of my head, because look at all those shows on the TV about dysfunctional families. Dysfunctional. Love them. Love on them. Like Jesus would love on them. Love on them. Give them some encouragement. Let them know you see them. I see you, boo. Not just when they doing big, miraculous, fantastic things. And they get that a lot when they're little, but when they get older, they don't get all that. Oh, you turned a cartwheel, you turned a somersault. Yay! Oh, you going to work every day? Good. That's what you need to do, but you need to do this better. Come on, come on. Let's love on each other and encourage one another. And we forget what love is or should be. Man, the prime examples. And I believe it's 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter. Let's go over it again. God bless you. Go on, receive that. And have a victorious day in the Lord. Listen, God can heal relationships if we listen to him and allow him and say, God, what's the best way to handle this? If someone presents a problem and we think it's a problem that affects us too, we say, God, what's the best way to handle this? Please receive that for yourself and go on. Have a victorious day in the Lord. Oh, yeah. I had heard that people may not always remember what you say, but they do remember how you made them feel. I heard that. I said, ooh, that's a good saying. All right, bye.